We have all had those days, you know the ones I'm talking about, where things feel like they're all going wrong no matter how much you have prepared. When we feel stressed, tired, and just touched out. When our children do things that really get on that last nerve, sometimes it's hard to respond the way we want to. Parents are front and center in the fight for constantly having to figure out how to meet our own needs at the same time that we need to be giving to those who depend on us, and making it all work within a social structure that's not designed to support all those needs. As a parent, I try to be compassionate, calm, and understanding when talking with my kids. When I'm feeling overwhelmed myself, that becomes so much harder to do. Feeling overstimulated is not just something that happens to our kids, it happens to us too. The challenge is finding a way to calm our own systems in order to help our children regulate in moments of stress or big feelings for them. The goal is to be responsive, not reactive. Luckily, I found a few things that really help me get regulated when I need it the most. The first thing I do when I feel overwhelmed is to recognize it. Sometimes these feelings sneak up on us and we don't even notice it until it's too late and we have reacted out of frustration. I try to check in with myself regularly to better recognize when I'm past my own limit. By paying more attention to my own feelings, I've become aware that I struggle more at certain times of the day or days of the week. When I've worked all day and my kids' bedtime routine is taking 45 minutes longer than it should, I start to wear thin, and I know that about myself and have plans in place to support myself if needed. The other thing I do is remind myself that it's okay to feel overwhelmed, and I try to model some productive ways of dealing with those feelings. That might look like having my kids stay in a safe place while I give myself a few minutes to calm down, or choosing to walk away when a door gets slammed in my face instead of barging in and starting a whole speech about how disrespectful I felt that was. I'm always honest with my kids about what I'm doing. Being transparent and showing them that sometimes I get overstimulated while modeling appropriate and safe ways to handle these emotions helps them to see how to use the same tools for themselves. Showing your child that it's okay to have big feelings and that there are safe ways to deal with them is a great learning tool for both of us. We have a feelings chart in our kitchen that everyone walks by every day. It's become part of our regular routine to check in about what zone they're in or how they're feeling at certain times of the day. This has been a huge help during those more stressful times because it's given us a shared language. My children know what I mean when I say, "Mommy's in the red zone and needs to take some space for a break for 2 minutes," or "I'm frustrated and I need to take some deep breaths before we talk about what happened." In a perfect week, I try to prioritize time for myself to recharge. I don't find enjoyment in self-care in the traditional sense of bubble baths or yoga because my mind still races with all the tasks I need to get done when my body is calm. But I can find time to go for a walk around the block with my dog, listening to music that makes me feel good, or asking my partner to do the dishes for the night so I can enjoy time to read a book or scroll on my phone after my children go to bed. Self-care shouldn't just be an escape, but an opportunity to recharge and recenter. Finally, it's important to give myself grace and remember that I will not always do this correctly, and it's not fair to compare myself to other parents who may seem to do everything perfectly. I'm human, just like my children. I will make mistakes. I will wish I had done things a bit differently. Instead of getting frustrated with myself, I can think about ways I can do better next time. Our kids are learning, and so are we. So when I face those tough days that we all have, I recognize my own feelings and make a plan to calm myself. I can give myself grace when things don't exactly go as planned. We are all doing the best we can, and in the words of Daniel Tiger, do your best. Your best is the best for you.
If you'd like to learn more about this or other topics surrounding mental health, visit us online.